Hello everyone, welcome to Crowdfunding Countdown. We're going to take a look at every single board game campaign, finishing up in the next week. But before we do, I want to give a huge shout out to my newest patron. Well, not really, you've been around for a while, but shout out to Scott for coming back. Thank you. Oh, thank you for coming back. I've missed you so much. No, shout out to all my patrons, really. Scott, you didn't have to come back. You've given too much. But I appreciate whenever people are able to give, jump on, jump off. You have an extra couple bucks to throw my way like the gumball machine of a human being that I am. Well, I appreciate it. We're going to get right into the week. It is a big week. It has been a tiring week for me. You will see my hair start to go up higher and higher as I switch into 3 jobs mode, but this is my favorite of them. So I'm excited to check out what we have in store. Starting out with something that we missed last week. This is the Villagers of the Oak Dell, a roll and write. This is a Euro-style roll and write about establishing your own settlement in the Oak Dell, from the author of Terracotta Army. Cool, yeah, they commented on the last Crowdfunding Countdown and they said, please, we're so upset we didn't do a $1 pre-pledge like you said, and you didn't give us our coverage. And I'm very sorry to Acorns Games, but I'm making that up to you right now, and you can probably have a late backer or a buy now. It's just a little print and play, so we're going to see what it's all about. Construct buildings and gain their benefits. Collect precious resources, and gain their benefits. Build roads and gain their benefits. Descend into mines for gold and benefits. Defend your village or send your kniggets for the loot. Create amazing chain reactions and gain their benefits. So it's a roll and write. So for €10, you get a full pledge, you get a bunch of maps that you can print out yourself. How to play. Here's how to play. You're going to roll the dice and you're going to place them on the dice sheet. So you have a little rondelle for each one of them. They will all give you different actions. It looks like you would get a resource from the outer circle. You'll get to take the action of the inner circle, and then you move your pawn to the center and collect resources equal to the number of workers in the castle. And then there's a bunch of combos that you can do. Yeah, there's no rulebook up, but that seems fairly simple. The combos look fine. They have a little tutorial video here. There's a bunch of little mini games like any sort of roll and write. Oh, gotcha. That's why I was confused, because the person is also a resource. Not a person. You're just a resource. I said that to somebody the other day. I said, I'm so happy to meet you. What a great resource you are. Gotcha. Okay, this is what I was confused about. So essentially, and it's fairly self-explanatory, you're going to be bulking up each individual color, which is going to get you more resources. That's what it says. Use the collect resources equal to the number of workers in the castle. So if you have 2 workers, you'll get the 2 dots through. If you get 3 dots, boom, 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 and you'll keep on filling up that spot, getting this iron and this ore, etc. You'll then have this other mini game where you're creating roads, this other mining mini game that you're doing down here, getting sort of gold ingots, and then every gold ingot you get, you can trigger other things like getting another road, etc., building together to get a bunch of points. It seems like Hadrian's Wall. I think if you enjoyed Hadrian's Wall and you were looking for something along those same lines, well, you should check this one out. That was Villagers of the Oak Dell. It's done now, but you can just click buy now because, Kickstarter's pre-order system, and we're going to move on to the next one. Next one is this one, Atlas, Explore the World, Complex Choices, Global Adventure, One Journey, the travel game gamers have been waiting for. This, I should have included last week. I must have missed it, or maybe it came in late. I don't know, but we're going to see if it's any good at all, because it's going to finish today. That's pretty much with all of them. We're going to see if they're any good whatsoever, and generally, they won't be. I like that there's a horse sound effect as the plane is flying around. That's not... Oh, it's a flying horse. It's a Pegasus. Okay, there might be some potential, maybe. Tableau building, strategy game, because you're going to be building out a tableau. I saw if you have a Spanish speaker, you pay less in Spanish countries because you can haggle and you can negotiate and you don't get caught into tourist traps, which I like that as a concept. You gain points from experiences, destination bonuses, your blog track, learned languages, souvenirs, public goals, personal goals. Sounds like a lovely mishmash of things to earn points from. Oh, and make sure to stick around to the end because I'm going to be revealing another sort of travel game with roads and stuff. Who won the en route giveaway that we had, which is very exciting for me. How do you play? You choose a country on the map. You travel there by land, sea, or air. Explore by playing a destination card or country card to your play area. So you must have to go to a certain place to play that thing. Matching the country, yep, and shift a gained experiences popularity. And shift a gained experiences popularity points it will reward. Rest and work to maximize your efficiency. See, I don't know about that. I think it's work and work, because if you don't, you don't have any time. At least that's been my experience. Rules. Okay, let's check out the rules. Oh, the internet where I'm staying is just awful. Got it. So you can do a main action and a bonus action if you've garnered enough souvenirs or likes on your blog. Oh, cool. Great. I like this. Actions that get better as the game goes on. That's giving me hope for this. What is this backpacker edition? Because I just saw that it was €79, and that makes me really bummed. Portable card version of the game that they just don't talk about. So you only have a certain amount of energy to travel from place to place. You can rest to gain more energy. That makes sense. You can work to gain money. This looks like a better Takedo, because you don't just have to go in a straight line. You can go to everywhere else. But otherwise, it seems very Takedo-esque to me. And then to explore, you pay the cost of the card, and you put it down, and you get the bonus. And you also get to take off a token. And you're racing to complete public goals and personal goals. And then you can also blog. I see. So you've got this little mini game of manipulating this puzzle, this pyramid, and then when you blog about them, depending upon the number, how much experience you have in it, you get points for that. So me, I don't have enough experience. I don't have the 500 plays in Agricola, as some angry commenter was shouting at me about my pretension. And so I'm not allowed to comment on the game, or why you need every single card, because when you play it 500 times, well, some of the cards you don't use. What's the argument? I was like, well, is that? They're not balanced. Okay, well, we're going to leave it. Oh, it was nice, though. They did say that I was smarter than everyone. So unfortunately, hi, Internet, I'm smarter than you. So listen to what I have to say. This seems actually a lot better than I was expecting it to be. It's way too expensive for the sort of game that I would want. It's a very lighter game, and like $125 Canadian, and then plus shipping is an additional €30, 23 to 27 euro, both the US and Canada. So like $150 for this game. This is a better Takedo. Like, Takedo was a bad game. The only way that Takedo is passable is if it's at 4 players with the Crossroads expansion, and then it's passable, and then it's fine, right? Not what you want to strive for. This looks like a better version of that. There's some route economy in terms of moving things around and planning where it's going to go. I like the potential of manipulating that puzzle in this blog track. There are some nice twists to this as a format. Just sits at being way too expensive for what it is. But if you're interested, check it out. That finishes today. It actually finishes in, 3 hours or something like that. 2 hours? 1 hour? 59 minutes? I think that's when I schedule these to air. So you can check it out. I haven't talked for 59 minutes yet. I know I'm long-winded, but not that much. So yeah. We're moving along to this one, Robo Rescue Origins, which is a free game. That's right, free game alert. Build your robot family in this scalable set collection card game. Play solo or with friends. Yeah. This is great. You just have to pay for the shipping. And this $1, because you need to charge something for Kickstarter, will go towards the shipping. And every other dollar, if you want to get a bunch of decks, is $1 additional, which seems nuts. But yeah, let's check this out. I remember looking at this when it first popped up, and I got excited because who doesn't like free things? I think it's a cool marketing technique to try to just get your game out there, get people enjoying it, get people talking about it, and then hopefully they will come back and they will buy things. That's what Clash of Decks did, which is on Board Game Arena as well. So I think this looks better than that. Oh, right, and it's a prequel to their Robo Rescue game. So they're, instead of a $1 pre-pledge, they're saying it's a no dollar pre-pledge. Here, have some free decks. We're giving you stuff. We're giving you a game to try and get you on our list and hopefully entice you to buy the upcoming game, which I think is delightful. I hope gamers resonate with that, because I certainly do. Because I certainly obsess about price, which is evident. I was on the live game show on Board Game Co., and it was called The Dice is Right, that Professor Meg hosts, and she's going to be hosting it at CharCon and Dice Tower East. So if you're going to those things as well, go play it. Super fun. It's like a Price is Right, but for board games. Really, really fun. I had a great time. And also, I wrecked it. Because it was all about price. And even though it was in the US, I'm like, yeah, I'm used to seeing things in the US price. And so I wrecked it. I got things like right on the nose. I've never been prouder of myself. You can go check that out on Board Game Co's channel. If you want, it was fun just to hang out and play the fun game. Anyway, let's look about this. You're grabbing parts. Match parts in your storage, like the symbols where they rest, or match colors in your workshop. It's just a drafting game. And that's so every deck is a robot. All right. let's see. A set collection game where you build robots. And so whenever you take a card, you have to choose if you're where you are committing it to, right? You're trying to build it up top for having all the same parts, trying to build it down at the bottom with more valuable cards. I don't know. It feels like it would be pretty random to me, but the price is friggin' right. I'll tell you that. So yeah, I brought it back. It was a good tie-in because I brought it back. And if you are one of those people, the archivists of the world who just collect and hoard things, well, this is at least is a good deal for you. Now I hope you're drawing it into a secret hand. That's what would help it for me. If you're just drawing it and immediately placing it, I think that it just ends up being a little bit more random. Wait, it says Lemery Games is hosting this. The Everland Studio. Interesting, but it said Lemery Games like owns the rulebook. And I know Lemery Games. I love them a lot. Maybe because it's free to play, they're just like, listen, is this possible? Can we navigate this? Okay, draw 2 cards from your draw pile and place each one in your labs areas. On turns 3 and 4, draw 1 card from your draw pile and then choose whether to draw a second card from your draw pile or take one you run from your display. So you have something that you know exists and you're thinking about building up towards that or pushing your luck in a certain way. Yeah, potential. It's a very solo-only game. They say you can play multiplayer, but everybody has to play their own deck. And you just play your own solo game and you say, see you at the end. And then that's it. And then you choose the 2 best things out of those 8 cards that you've played. I'm not really attracted to it, unfortunately. I was very excited about this after reading through. I don't know. But again, if you think you're interested, it's free, you know? What are the shipping rates that they've got going on? $9 for a deck. If you're getting 4 decks, it's $15. Feels, reasonable. In the US, Canada's $15, Europe's $15. They're all kind of in that $15 area. So you're playing with these, you're getting these decks sent to you, you pay for the shipping. If I'm just analyzing it based upon the feel of the game, I don't think I'm that interested. But hey, the price is right. So if you're interested, that finishes Wednesday, June 18th at 11 a.m. Okay, we're going to move on to Maglev Metro, or the Maglev maps, the expansions, volumes 1 and 2. Expand Maglev Metro with 6 more maps, nanobots, ghost trains, and more. So Maglev Metro has been on crowdfunding a bunch, so I've covered it a bunch, I'm sure. It's a route building, ticket to ride style. Well, not really ticket to ride style, because you're building your own transportation routes, right? It's not like it's an existing board. You got to go from point A to point B. You're drawing tiles, you're building out routes, and you want to build the best route and service the most passengers, essentially. And so here we're just getting a bunch of new maps. It looks like you can ride the ghost train. Ooh la la. Trying to pick up as many passengers as you can along the way. And turn them into ghosts, I imagine. Or just explore the outbacks and not pick up any passengers, but pick up a bunch of hungry kangaroos and koalas. Does seem like they're adding in a lot of new expansions to this, and a lot of new ways to twist up the game. So for Maglev Metro fans, which I know there are a few of you out there, you'll probably be excited about that. You want to find the balance between an efficient engine building strategy and a pick up and deliver train game. Yeah, great breakdown. So you're getting 6 new maps, which seems pretty nice. And if you want to bling out your copy, they will let you. Right, everybody has acrylic tiles because you're building out your own routes, and you can overbuild somebody's stuff. You essentially swap out your tiles or build your tiles on top of them so that your tiles run alongside theirs, your train lines run alongside there. And so it therefore comes with a little bit of a higher price point because you need the acrylic tiles, you need to have those see-through tiles in order to actually play the game. So yeah, you can get volume 1, you can also get volume 2 in this one. It's not something where you ever would need to dive into everything immediately, especially because, man, it's so expensive. You just want to get 2 maps, it's $40, or you want to get all 6 maps, it's $90. Very clearly the thing to go for. Or the base game, Maglev Metro, and the volume 2, it's $191 Canadian, $140 US. It's just a lot. Like, it's a lot. It seems neat, but it's not something that really thrills me beyond recognition. Shipping makes somewhat sense to me. I guess shipping to Canada is awful when you get up to the Maglev bundle, $60. Oof, $32 to the US, right? That's just... In what world are you spending $250, $320 plus on like everything Maglev Metro? I don't see it, but I like that it's doing well. That's indicative of people enjoying the system and wanting more maps and being excited for that. If you like creating those routes and creating that engine with pick up and deliver, check it out. It finishes Wednesday, June 18th at 1 p.m. Okie dokie, let's quickly keep on moving to this one. Hagia Sophia. A print and play urban adventure in Istanbul. Roll, write, build, blueprint your legacy in Istanbul's legendary landscape. Elevate Istanbul with bridges and run around. Manage tourism in Cappadocia. And don't forget to keep your promises, okay? I've never kept a promise once, and I don't intend to start now. All right, here's how to play. You roll a pool of dice. Cool, you roll a bunch of dice. Or you can use your mobile phone to roll the dice. Yeah, of course. Or you can even make your own custom dice. We get it. That's fair. I mean, no, it is fair. It's a good showing. You can then claim a promise card. If you don't want to print the cards, don't worry about it. You can just skip it. Oh, that's so funny. It's true. Yeah, don't want to play with that part? Skip it. Don't want to print that component out? Skip it. Who cares? Not integral. It just adds depth to the game. That's so funny. You select a region and then you draw an icon from a promise dice, which is different than a promise ring. Draw one road or bridge from the road dice. So these are the road dice. These are the road dice up here, right? The different road dice. I guess Wi-Fi is a road. Oh, one from here, the black one, right? 3 always gets that. I see. So you can only curve in this. So it tells you where you're doing the curvatures of your roads. And that's it. That's all you need to do. Read the rules. Yes, please. Probably need to. They're like, you get it. Read the rules. You ready? Yeah, you get it. Right, you pick a region dice from the pool. You draw one icon from a promise dice on an empty hex in the chosen region. Then you draw one road on an empty hex in any region. End of the game, when a player fills all the hexes, so everybody's drawing different things at the same time. Then you score. Player with the most points wins. How many buildings, hospitals did you make? So these are all different symbols on the promise dice, and they all these buildings score in different ways. So you're balancing out these symbols in this game. Yeah, I think that looks neat as well. A very solid idea for a roll and write. You can see like the types of games and connections. Like compare this to Maglev Metro, right? Obviously comparing apples to fancier apples, but and the mechanics are the same, are different, but there is that idea of building out a route, right? Building out this thing, satisfying customers in a certain way, and here you can spend £3 on it instead of $350. Realistically, I am as interested in this game as I am Maglev Metro. And so to put those things in comparison, I think, yeah, looks good, looks fine, you know? Putting those things in comparison, there's a lot of games that look interesting. There's a lot of games that would be a fine enough pastime. You want to play the games and get the games that are really going to be the good ones. But yeah, this one does look nice, for sure. Nice print and play that finishes Wednesday, June 18th at 2 p.m. All right, we're moving on to the Feral State Revolt. This is an intense solo co-op zombie hack and slash. Survival, RPG, resource management, roll and write, print and play, P&P. It's going to put you into a feral state, just like all of you fans were in a feral state, frothing at the mouth. I've been getting so many comments that you can't get enough of the Whisperer. What? The Whisperer? Yes, the Whisperer. They love you. They do. They love you. They want you to appear in every single episode. That's very nice, but I am like the wind. You can never know when I'm going to show up and whisper and whisper and whisper your name. That's true. I just thought that there was a decent enough tie-in that you were sort of feral yourself in appearance, that I could have an excuse to bring you back for all of your fans out there who say loudly and with one voice, we love the Whisperer. Well, I love you too, Hextra. I'll be back every week. You heard it here, folks. The Whisperer, alive and well. Please call me Sean. I'm sorry. I will, Whisperer. I will. Even though I didn't just now. I just don't feel we're on that level. I'll whisper sweet nothings into your ear, and then maybe it will change. You never know. And I think it's part of it that I'm never going to overdub the Whisperer. I'm going to clearly be speaking into the microphone as opposed to any other character on this channel. That's why you're unique. Uniqueness is seeked by all. Well, it's sought, but I'm, again, smarter than everybody. Let's check out the feral state. Be a good Slav. Work. So a Slavic person? That's worse. It's worse with the state of the world. Sneak out of the town, smash zombies, loot houses, disarm traps. 69 enemies, 17 locations. Oh wow, there's little comic book sheets to pull out here. Sure, let's see what this is. Solo or co-op, there are 2 characters to control, each with their own weapons and attributes. You have to produce supplies, a classic worker placement system, pay tribute, so having to pay a tax to the raiders or Negan, and then hide some for yourself. They don't care that you need to eat too. You can stash a bit for yourself, but fail to meet the raiders' demands, and you get a warning. 3 strikes, and you're dead. Well, that's nice of them. They're very friendly post-apocalyptic raiders. They're like, listen, we operate on a 3-strike system. All the other warlords, they go with a 2-strike system. We are so much better than them. We have a union. The union decided that it is a 3-strike system. So only 3 strikes and then you're dead. Okay? You got 2 strikes. So do whatever you want with them. Keep a burger for yourself, okay? But if I don't get my little mutton, my rad roach meat, well, then I'm going to lose it. Pull up a bunch of different zombies. You're going to roll the dice and potentially hit some stat checks and deal damage to that. Basically, you always get a thing that you can deal 2 options with your dice. So 2 and a 5 give you the same options, and 1 and a 4 give you the same options, and 6 and a 3 give you the same options. You go through, you fight through these hordes of monsters, you get a bunch of loot, you try and survive. Sure, how much are you? $15 New Zealand, $13 Canadian. It's an intense 90-minute campaign, 3 location sheets. You only get 3 location sheets. You get Feral State 1, 2, and 3 for $25 New Zealand, 21 Canadian. And then the complete collection is $188. Oof. But I guess if you've been making it and drawing this art for such a long time, you've got a big old backlog of stuff. So some people have done it. 3 people. Yeah, it seems all right. If you like stat checks and rolling dice, if you like the potential of the RPG elements that you could have here in this little roll and write, could be worth it. You can check it out. It finishes Wednesday, June 18th at 7:25 p.m. Sorry. We're moving along to Tournament Arc, except no, we're not, because it is on our $1 pre-pledge list. Tournament Arc decided that it was a great idea to offer a made-up incentive to tempt you into backing, to make sure that you were already on the hook for backing and would back again. So we're not giving you free advertising. Instead, we're going to give that free advertising to this one, which is, I'm not the right person to cover it, but, you know, we're going to give it our best shot. Well, we're just going to cover it briefly. Over on GameFound, we have Marche et Bataille. It's an operational level Napoleonic war game played on a historical canvas maps with wooden counters. No dice rolling is required. The gameplay, outcome of battles, and morale effects are determined by the drawing of colored tokens. All components are handcrafted in France. You can see the vision of this map seems really cool. It will be produced a limited edition of 500 copies because it's handcrafted. Wow. Let's see if the rules can make any sense to me as I initially jump in. Presents main concepts, mechanics, basic rules without going into detail. The final rules are divided into 3 booklets. Yeah. I imagine this would be a whole bunch. So this is actually a really nice, accessible thing for me, this dumb idiot. There's just different slashes and circles to show the different units. Oh man, there's no world in which I would ever have fun playing this game. What's combat like? This is like everything is blurring together for me here. The map determines how many units can be in a certain spot because of the terrain. I mean, it seems very involved. Activations are predefined by the scenario and the basic rules. Yeah, I mean, this isn't for me. This is not for me. Handcrafted €145 for like a beautiful map and some counters and some wooden pieces. If you're a war gamer and you can make head or tails of this, well, you can check it out. That's why I wanted to mention it. Again, just for you to be able to go over and check it out yourself. I'm certainly not being able to read the rulebook where my head is at right now. So we're not doing that. Instead, we're going to go on to this. No, we're not. Are you kidding? Okay, I'm sorry. 21 backers have raised £17,000, $31,000 Canadian. So on average, these backers have spent $1,500 Canadian on the political circus card game of absurd global politics, an adult party card game. Do you think they have, Kevin Palmer? Do you think this is this renowned creator of the canceled Nightbud listening design for bed, or the canceled Jetfoot, the first handheld water pressure foot washer, or the canceled V for Victory apparel is going to bring you the ultimate card game when 21 people have believed in it? I certainly don't think so. This is exactly what I was saying about earlier about people just using this to funnel money in some sort of way. You put out a silly card game, The Lobbyist, one backer is the Puppet Master, 13 people are the early bird, okay. There's 19 registered backers, and there are 2 mystery backers. Ooh, I wonder whose friends are pushing money through this. Ridiculous. Okay, let's move on to this one. The Nexus card game. I'm excited. This has raised a bunch of money. People are excited about this game. Nexus is a fast-paced 1v1 card game set in an epic fantasy world where powerful factions fight to survive the cataclysm. You must combine two unique factions, develop your own strategies, and destroy the rival Nexus to claim victory. Red Zen Games. Oh, did they do Scarface? Maybe that's why people are excited. All right, yeah, I like the concept. The idea of smashing two decks together is one that we got excited about for Soulforge, for sure. Asymmetrical balanced two-player game that is fresh, fast, and is exciting. I feel like Tom never reviews anything. Oh, that's because we're just in crowd survey. It's a complete game in itself. Love that. It's that feeling of a TCG. No boosters yet until it does well, and it has done well, and they're going to put out a bunch of expansions. But again, it's just more like an LCG in that instance. Every illustration is handcrafted. Nice. 2 core games, all 16 playable factions for €68. So that must mean the reward. So the standard edition includes all 16 playable factions. All right, for actually €56. We're getting better. Why are there foil packs? Oh, just because it's foil. Different foil cards. Sure, we're not a TCG, but we understand that that's where the money is. So we're going to give you foil in packs. This is not a booster pack. Yes, it is. There's no rarity system. All cards have the same chance of appearing in these packs. Now you can really draw random cards and not get duplicates or be upset about them. These are simply deluxe foil editions of the cards. They're purely aesthetic. Foil cards are fun, I have to admit, and I understand if people would want to grab a couple packs just to have those special foil cards when they pop up in the decks until you realize that, oh no, you got the worst foil cards ever, and you're just going to give it to your opponent so that they think that it's actually a really playable and powerful card, and then it's not a playable and powerful card whatsoever. I like that. I'm interested here though, because they're saying like both core sets, it's the standard Nexus Last On, Nexus Waranock. So a Nexus Waranock edition, the basic edition, is €29, so you can get both of them together for 56. So you could just get half, right? And I'm a bit upset that they're not showing that as an option of something to get. You have to go down to here for the basic edition if you wanted just that, if you wanted just the Last Dawn basic edition. I'm kind of upset about that. They're pushing that you have to get everything when you could just get half. I don't know. I don't think many people, I think if you're in and you're excited about it, you're not going to just get half. You're going to spend the $90 on it. But I would much rather be able to justify 46 Canadian, instead. So you can get your Wizards, Vikings, Celestial, Siege Masters, etc. All right, how to play. You combine two factions. You have to destroy the enemy Nexus. They have 30 health points. It's Hearthstone. You play a card. You use your abilities to attack. Sure, it's just a standard 1v1.
So it's just like Duel Monsters.
Yes, that's what it is. It's just like Duel Monsters. I've never seen a game that's more like Duel Monsters than this one. Shipping to the US for a basic pack is 20. See, they're shipping on that for here, right? 21, 23, to Canada, 23, 24. So again, you would be paying this double the cost for the shipping, right? For me, it would be about $90 to get to my door, which is a lot. Even just for a basic pack, that would encourage me to go more. $130 for a card game. I don't like TCGs that much. In fact, I would much rather play another type of game. And so it's surprising to me that these sort of TCG Duel Monster clones, the 1v1 card games, always kind of get this much funding and this much exposure. I guess people who like Scarface and who like the company might want to take a chance on this. But I feel like if you like the 1v1 card system, you've played a bunch of it and you have so much. There are only so many systems that you can invest in, right? That feel the same, but slightly different. It's interesting. If you're interested in that, the finish is on the 19th at 1 p.m. I guess about as good as I could have expected, if I had to say something about it. Interesting concept. I love the smashing of decks together. That's what I love in Unfair, right? That's always fun. You feel like there's something new. You feel like there's different combos. So I appreciate that. Okay, we're moving on. We're moving on to Rollin' Pirates. This is a treasure hunt and adventure roll and write game with free navigation in print and play. So you're like, listen, you don't even have to pay to navigate your pirate ship this time. He's working for free. He's working off his community service hours. I feel like that video told me literally zero information about the game. It was just pirate music and sword sounds. But they've convinced a bunch of people to come in on the Grand Voyage Early Bird, or the Full Adventure Early Bird, €25. Jeez. I don't know. I thought we were doing a print and play to get out of spending so much money. It's all just nonsense. It's all just buzzwords. Okay, so you roll 3 dice, you determine the wind, like another pirate game, yeah. Spend the value of a second dice to move your ship 1 or more spaces. The cost of movement depends on the wind direction, okay. Maybe were they trying to say free shipping and they said free navigation? I don't know. Upgrade your crew by assigning the last die. Choose wisely, you won't be able to benefit from all the bonuses. All right, yeah, everything is it costs you 1 pip to move with the wind and then 2 pips to move anywhere else. And then 4 to move against the wind. Or maybe it's not 2, maybe it's like 3, right? Because if it's 1, if it's 2, if it's 3, if it's 4. Yeah, so it's like Terra Mystica. You can see 1, 2, 3, and 4. That makes sense. And trying to balance moving with the wind versus actually taking the upgrades that you want might be an interesting thing to explore. Sure, I wouldn't say €25. I'd say maybe do the starter voyage for €5 if you like print and play. This is certainly a print and play week, isn't it? That finishes Thursday, June 19th at 1:01 p.m. And speaking of print and plays, oh my good gosh, we got some more, don't we? Oh, no, we don't. This just looks like a print and play. Coderio! I'm sure that's how it's pronounced. The adventurous family board game. Use cards to code your road to the finish while completing quests on a dynamic map. No programming skills needed, just your friends. Oh, so it's just trying to rip off the raising frog robots. What's that one called? Robot turtles. That's what it is. I like turtles. Yeah, it's definitely just robot turtles. So there's a bunch of different scenarios that you're trying to work your way through as you race to get out of there. You're building a code sequence. What can interrupt your code sequence, though? That's maybe nothing? I don't think anything can interrupt it in Robot Turtles, anyway. You just have to visualize. Visualize how to get out and have the most efficient way to get out. How much are you going for? €40, 63 Canadian, and then shipping and tax is 5 to 7 in the Netherlands. That's pretty good. 24 to 28 in Canada. Not so good. Like $100 for this game. If this game interests you, pick up the game Robot Turtles, because it's the same. Oh, this hasn't funded. Probably will cancel. Whoops. Okay, we're moving on. All right, next up we have Sniper Elite, Operation Kraken and Repeat. Sniper Elite returns with a brand new expansion that introduces 2 new maps, defender vehicles, and a host of new challenges. Explore the open Norman village or the claustrophobic bowels of the super carrier in exciting new missions. 1 versus all, sneaky sniper. I don't know why they're sending a sniper in for a stealth mission. Snipers are supposed to be 500 meters away. We know that you are uniquely situated and trained for long-range combat. So let's get you into that enemy ship. No one else can do it. Just you. You can shoot a bullseye from 375 meters away in a torrential hurricane. So you're perfect for going in and sneaking in undetected. Being found and wounded only twice is enough to eliminate the sniper and secure victory for the defenders. Again, if you want a great hidden movement game, I always recommend Run. You can't just get this expansion. You need the full game if you wanted to play this, so you'd have to go with this Ultimate Sniper Pledge, or you'd just go down and get the actual game for $84. Or just get it at your local store. And then realize, oh yeah, I don't need more maps for a game I've never played. Right? Remember that little thing? Always helps to remember. Oh, that's nice though. You do have your hidden movement board so you can know where you're going. The new sniper screen. Sure, there's a bunch of how to plays on here. No rulebook. I've likely covered this before, have I? Super snipers. Oh, I remember that one. That one was fine. Sniper. No, maybe not. Okay. Yeah, because I didn't really remember it, so that does make sense. Here's the thing, though. You can get it at your store for like $60, and you don't have to pay shipping. I mean, I know it says it's sold out, but that was the cost, right? Versus the retail reprint. They're planning on doing a retail reprint in August 2025. So if you are interested in this and trying this out, you shouldn't get it right now. Absolutely not. You should just wait and get it at retail. So yeah, it doesn't really feel like a crowdfunding thing. Remember, again, it's fun to search things on crowdfunding. However, retail is an option. Your stores are getting games in, even if they have to pay a little bit more. And getting from your store will often be cheaper than getting it now plus shipping, because the stores pay for the shipping. They incorporate that into their costs. So yeah, that one finishes on the 19th at 5 p.m. I don't know why you would back it. It doesn't seem like the rewards or the stretch goals are really worth it. To me, I don't see much difference from what you would probably get with the retail edition anyway, in terms of it affecting your enjoyment. And you get it for so much cheaper than getting it direct from here. But if you're interested, check it out. The finish is on the 19th at 5 p.m. Moving along, I just wanted to touch on this quickly because I know I have some role-playing game fans out there. We have the Avatar Legends, the role-player game, Voyage of the Unity. Travel the world of the Roku era aboard the research vessel Unity in this connected series of 5 officially licensed adventures. Now, this is interesting because this isn't, this is Beetle and Grimm's. So Beetle and Grimm is, I believe, who the heck is he? Shaggy? Matt Lilliard is behind Beetle and Grimm. Yeah, Matthew Lilliard, there we go. And so they clearly have licensed Avatar. There was a huge Avatar role-playing game that broke the charts and raised like, I don't know what it was, 6 million or more. And this is not that. It's not connected to that. It's their own separate thing playing in the Avatar universe. So if you wanted to spend some time splashing around in an Avatar sandbox, you can. You can go check that out. The links are down below. Moving along, we got this one. Ooh, this has raised a lot. This is Murder on the Rocks, a crime-solving party game, a thrilling murder mystery game where the cocktails you bring to the table aren't just for fun, they determine your survival. Clever. Yeah, I haven't seen a murder mystery game that's tied into drinking, which is probably what you want to convince your friends to play a murder mystery game with you. The normies, that is. All you cool folk who are watching this. We know where it's at. Oh, that's funny. So you're just like, everybody close your eyes, I'm going to put poison in one of your drinks. You know, I said that at my last party, and nobody got excited about it. I was shaking the rat poison everywhere. I said, only one of you will get it. Everyone close your eyes. Everybody just left. And nobody's ever come over since then. So it's just werewolf, where everybody has a drink, and you put you put food coloring in the drink. Oh, cocktails, maybe not. Cocktails play a pivotal role determining each player's fate. In the end, if the group correctly identifies the killer, their cocktail will turn green with envy. But if they're wrong, the others will be the ones to turn envious as the killer escapes unscathed. I'd say that's a bit of a reach. Oh, we're wrong. Oh, I'm so jealous of that killer getting away with murder. Is that the sort of flip of wordplay that we're going with here? Not every scream is heard. In fact, your guests will be screaming inside and out when they play this game. Not every shadow is what it seems. Will you catch the killer's shadows, or will your guests also have their shadows caught? It doesn't really... Okay, but like, tell me how to play. Like, you're just saying everything is spooky. Mix your drink carefully. It could reveal a hidden truth or bring you one sip closer to the killer. Will they uncover the danger in time? Okay, come on. 10 characters. Who will you become? Lily Manhattan? Goyle Blackthorn? Ricky Bellini? I mean, you're going to be Ricky Bellini. Yes, okay, stop giving me... I hate this. I hate this so much. What's going to happen? Something will happen. Everyone gather round, for something is going to happen. There's a dance in the dark. There's danger in the shadows. Murder, misdirection, and deduction. All the art is in play, and everything else is in play as well. The game is life, and life is the game. What will you wield? And who are your friends going to be? There is shadows of suspense. The masquerade comes alive with a blindfolded dance party. As music plays, players move in the dark while the murderer silently strikes. I think we're leaning into Spicify territory here. Dance in the dark. Put on a blindfold, a recipe for deception. Are you the killer? Blend in. There's, like, it's still going. It's still going of what's going on. You're not telling me anything. Stop it. But there's also an expansion, and with a twist expansion as well, and an even more twisty expansion, plus a drink book as well. Now, don't worry. There's many things you can get in this beautiful murder of darkness. Why should you get it? Because there's going to be mystery. Mysterious, spooky deeds will happen in the dark. Blindfold each other. Pull out your feathers. Tickle each other's noses in the dark. Someone will be tickling with death. Support small businesses direct. Well, okay. I guess that's something different. You still haven't told me how to play. You choose a role. You create a cocktail or mocktail. Then you place clue-filled vials in the center for added mystery. No point. Crank up your favorite tunes and enjoy a blindfolded dance-off to set the mood. So that's part of it. Uncover the killer. The murderer strikes. Leave cryptic clues for the victims to use as whispers to the living. The survivors must decode the victim's whispers left behind. So, okay, so you just have cards. Oh, okay, so it's deception, murder, in Hong Kong. I lied, it wasn't werewolf. It's deception, murder in Hong Kong. Thanks. That's all I needed. I'm so angry. It's deception, murder in Hong Kong with drinks. and a blindfolded dance party. And have I mentioned murder? Yeah, distribute weapon and location cards. Receives a weapon and a location card. So they're placed up in front. You create a brief story. Yeah, it's Deception Murder in Hong Kong with a shaker that they've added a bunch of people into this. Ridiculous. Let's finish this Friday, June 20th at 3:59 a.m. We're moving on. We're moving on to this. We're absolutely covering this one. Baby Party. Drop it like it's taught. How could we not? If there's one thing about Room and Board, it's that we talk an awful lot about baby games for babies. Ready? Aim? Baby! I mean, come on. Come on. If you want to, this is how you do a campaign, okay? Forget the $100,000 that they raised. Baby Party for Babies raised 2,500 Canadian, and you have these babies, and you just do mini games with these babies, and they have a music theme song. What more do we need? You flip your babies, you throw your babies. Ooh, there's a rattle bottle rap battle now begin. That's a good line. Whittle cry, whittle waddle, wiping off their tears. That's good alliteration too. Honestly, this is a bop. This is a bop. This song is a bop. Yeah. Okay, could have been better on that one. Baby Bye 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 though, pretty good. The game nobody expected, but everybody loves. Well, I love that bop. I'll tell you that. The most adorably chaotic dexterity games where babies boom from above. Uh-oh, is this going to be the pick of the week? Who knows? In this fast-paced tabletop showdown, you'll flick, fling, and drop tiny plastic babies onto block party cards, aiming for the perfect landing and hilarious results. It's weird, it's wild, it's way too much fun. I think we've got to make the drop, grab your favorite baby team, hit the club, and let the party begin. What do you get? You get 18 tiny babies, that's what you get. Little pumpkins, small fries, avocados, mossy bosses, blue moons. I don't get those, but that's fine. Lavendeers. Okay, we're back on track. We also get a shiny baby buddy bouncer, a random pull. How do you play? At the club, Bottles and Beats, the hottest baby nightclub in town. Your pint-sized party crew must drop it like it's taught to earn their place on the dance floor. Oh, please be a good price. You and your friends take on laugh out loud, baby phrase inspired challenges. Okay, I don't know. That test your timing, aim, skill, and sometimes, let's be honest, pure luck is what gets you into the club. Fair. Draw a mini game card. Take turns dropping your 3 colorful babies onto the dance floor. Game cards. Baby back ribs. Turn around and drop one of your babies over your shoulder. Nobody puts baby in a corner. Make a muscle and slide one of your babies off your elbow. Make a muscle? Make a muscle. Yeah. Oh, see, I drop here. I love that. That is what. That's a good community. Hey, what would you think if somebody said "make a muscle" right now? Make a muscle. What do you do that? Weird phrase, but it worked. Baby face. You hold one baby and stare at it on 3, 2, 1. Stare. You and the last player to blink. Each drop one baby. Put one of your babies on its back. Pretend to play piano on table until you're tapping fingers. Launch it onto cards. I'm so torn. I just feel like those examples suck, and maybe they're better in practice, but I don't feel the innovative baby. I want to be able to flick the babies. I want to be able to frog jump the babies. I want to, I don't know. You're dropping babies on, okay, I gotta get out of being excited. Yeah, it was on your head. You gotta drop a baby down, and she likes it, and it's a baby shower. So also very good baby shower gift, good themed gift, sure. I just think Drapolter sounds better. It sounds like a better dropping dexterity game, but maybe this could slide in there. $20, 28 Canadian. What's shipping? Oh, it only ships to the States. $10 only ships to the States. That's okay. I know people who are in the States. I think it's got potential. I really do. I think it's got a lot of potential here with this baby themed. I think the current mini games. How many ways can you flick a baby, right? How many ways can you throw a baby? It should be the question. This is a real tough one. Because, you know me. Well, if you don't, welcome. But I am interested in a bit. I like when a bit happens. And this is a bit of a game. And I think that if it worked and was funny to do, it could be a slam dunk. Because people would be like, what the damn hell's Baby Party? What is that on your shelf? You're like, come see my beautiful shelf. I have Terra Mystica. I have The Gallerist. I have Galactic Cruise. I have Rising Sun. I have Distilled. I have Luthier. Luthier! You got Luthier! No, sorry, Hungry Gamer. You got to calm down. I have all these games. And then your guest says, what the hell is Baby Party? And you pull it out and you go, well, I'll show you. And then you just drop babies on things. I think that could be a real great start to an evening. It finishes Friday, June 20th at 10 a.m. We're going to move on to Flashpoint, a game that I think is overhyped and outdated. So let's see if Golden State Heroes changes that. We have Battle the Flame, save victims, and work together across a linked series of 6 episodes. What is a better way to make a game interesting than to break the complicated one down and only let you play it after playing a easier one 5 times? I mean, indie board and cards, this will come to retail as well, right? So there's a campaign of 6 scenarios. They're just 6 different boards. I like you have one-time abilities. You have unique gear. I think they're just calling it this ignition system so that you, like the mind management system, so you think you're unlocking additional stuff. But really, they're just event cards for the board that you're going to be playing. I don't see this ignition system being like a revolutionary or fun. It's like, wow, you'll unlock different scenarios, different rules. Imagine having a board that has completely different scenarios than another board. That's sort of to be expected at this point in time. $59 US, 81 Canadian. At least US dollars going down. Not good for when you get paid in US dollars. It is nice. You can throw in a copy of Flashpoint, the regular Flashpoint, for $30. That's about how much it's worth. I gave it away way early on in my purging, and I've never regretted it once. It's the same Flashpoint. You have a firefighter. You're going to use action points to move around and extinguish flames, try to find victims, bring them to the paramedics, get them out of the building. Wham bam, thank you ma'am. Shipping is $20 to the US, 27 to Canada. Tariffs, potential tariffs for people, naturally, because you have to factor that in now. I love how people say to Canada, yeah, you have free healthcare, but you have to pay so much more in taxes. Well, so do you. And you still have to pay for healthcare. We got dental care now, too. Or at least lower income people do. Yeah. My teeth won't fall out today. Yeah, so 59 plus an additional 27 for something that will be in stores that there is no reason to be purchasing in the Kickstarter fashion, because they're not giving you anything additional that won't find its way into the main box. But if you're interested in doing that and paying double, well, feel free. That finishes Friday, June 20th at 10:01 a.m. Moving along to this one. Top Frog, a 2 to 6 player card game about stacking frogs on top of each other. Man, this has raised a bunch. Okay. I think I've heard of this one. It looks cute. These frogs look cute. This is completely adorable. All right, because they're giving plushies too. With hats and Velcro stacks? Yeah. Oh, I hope you're cheap. How much are you? Come on. 30 for the standard edition. Okay. And the deluxe edition is 35. Yeah, why would you not? $5. I don't know what's in the deluxe, but that's cool. And the deluxe with plushies is 55 with 2 plushies and magnetic hats. Also feels reasonable. Okay. You're going to be playing an action card, which will allow you to catch frogs, and then you will stack those frogs in a row. You'll have access to the ability on the top of the frog. You can only stack frogs on top of each other that weigh less, obviously, because you can't stack a 7-pound frog on a 1-pound frog. You're going to end up with a frog puddle. And then you get the abilities on top. In addition, you're going to be simultaneously playing your action cards, which are basically just move and catch. Leap west, leap south, leap east, leap north. Rest to pick up all your cards, and catch. Try to catch something at the same time as somebody else. Well, you don't get that. Neither of you gets it. Very simple. What does Deluxe get you? Gold foil titles and a unique number on the box, plus the Wild Frog mini expansion. Sure. And some Resin Whirlpool tokens. Okay, you know what? I don't care. I'd save the $5. But you probably want these frog plushies, and I don't blame you. I don't even like plushies, and I want these frog plushies. For an additional $20, you can get 2 frog plushies to sit on top of each other and a little hat to put on them. Come on. Come on. Yeah, you can discuss your selection, even lie about it, because you can't show anybody what you've selected until the next phase. You reveal your stuff. You can place it immediately, hold it in your hand, and be placed later. Holding a frog, placing it later takes more time, but it's useful when you catch a low-weight frog. That's important. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. I like that too. Game ends when there are no more cards in the pawn deck, where there's no more hats on display. Right, because you can also... Right, and there are these hats as well that you can choose when to finish your stack, so you can't put any other frogs on it. But they score based on the fashions of frogs in their stack. What a great theme. Delightful. I'm going to look at the rulebook, but I feel like I know all of it. Top frog, under frog. That's a obscure Canadian theater reference. Oh, I even like the Whirlpool tokens, because you can probably move them and shift them around. As you hop into one, they pop out on the other side, and then rest is pick up everything. Yep, this is great. And it coming in at $30, 41 Canadian, feels really good. Shipping to Canada also feels pretty good. USA 14, Canada 16, UK 6. Yeah, great job, Top Frog. Yeah, delightful. Thank goodness there's a delightful game in the mix this week. That finishes Saturday, June 21st at 12:59 a.m. The first delightful game that I've seen. Ever, really? Oh, how has this raised so much? I mean, I know how it has. Normies. Oh, come on, get playing better cards, better games, people. This is payback if Uno and Mario Kart had a baby. I mean, you know what? Great branding. I know it's not for me. I'm still interested to see what it is, see if there's any different interesting mechanisms, but I imagine it's just Uno with more punishing stuff. And you know what? I was out at a friend's corporate picnic, and there was a small child there who exclaimed in great excitement that they loved Uno. So, you know, gets people playing games. You then play your face down cards blindly. It's just, they're like, if Uno wasn't random enough, now you play your cards without even knowing what they are. Did it hit? Did it not? We don't care. Screw you. Buy the game. Collector's edition is $99. This is insane. A starter pack is $25 for Uno with just a lot of chaos. They took Munchkin and they threw it on Uno and they called it Mario Kart so people would click on it. Oh, and it's raised so much money. I mean, good for you. Good for you. You figured it out. You satisfied an audience. I just get sad for other great games that exist out there which haven't raised as much. But at least Top Frog has raised more. So at least we can take solace in that. I'm not even telling you when that finishes. I hope there's some English in this. This Octorun Japanese game. Octorun, the battling race game. Energy drink times runaway race game. Around $100 each average to get this energy drink racing game. Let's see. It's a battling racing game set in the streets of New York. When you're a little octopus, collect energy drinks from vending machines and become the best Octo runner in the world. You reveal your cards. You get the energy drink of your choice because it's a 2, so they played a 2. Use the energy drinks you got to activate various abilities. The energy it's like a worse version of Top Frog. There are abilities to impede the movements of other people, so it's kind of like Camel Up's stopping people from playing things. Oh, yeah, this doesn't look interesting or fun at all. It's the art that draws you in, but unfortunately you don't stick around for the gameplay. It's like choosing roll and move, you know what I mean? You spend money, you have a choice on what abilities you can move. There's some bluffing each other out, sure, but not really anything that I would be interested in. That finishes Sunday, June 22nd. 11:59 a.m. We're moving to this one, Nimbus, which maybe could be cool. I mean, only 17 backers have backed it, so probably not. But a strategic game where pieces can switch between 4 different movements, quick to learn. But hey, it takes time to master. Never heard that before. Sets are made to order. Expensive, $100 for this thing because to have it as like a display piece. I get that. Or you could just always leave Inish on the table. Inish isn't even that. The pieces kind of suck. But soon not to with the big box. So you take turns, each one of your triangles, your D4s, they can have 4 different symbols. Fire can move to 4 spaces, but can you rotate your symbols? Purple moves up to 2 times. Like, you have to be able to rotate your symbols. It's the only thing that seems interesting. Then you may change one of your pieces' mode by making the symbol of your choice upright. So one of your pieces. Protect your Nimbus. They can just all move in different ways. Sure, seems interesting, but for $100, I wouldn't want to take a chance on it. The finish is Sunday, June 22nd at 12:11 p.m. Still interesting to look at, though. I'm glad I did. Let's keep it moving. Only a couple more, and then I get to sleep, which is good. A card game for the whole family, Long Cats. About making long cats. Yeah, well, I guess the name fits. They might be cute, but you need strategy to win. The cat owner with the longest cat wins. So you have a hand of cards. You're building tiles. I guess you're just shuffling in everybody's color. Sure, cute. As my grandmother's getting older, it's becoming more and more difficult for her to play games with lots of rules and small pieces. Big game, easy to understand. If no one has a cat head, shuffle it again. So you gotta start with a cat head somewhere. What I would do to avoid this setup is you just take a random cat head out, the first random cat head you feel, then draw 2 other cards, mix them up, deal out 5 cards, and then everybody draws 1 from the pile. So you're always guaranteed to have a cat head. Oh, the player who completes a cat by adding its tail, head, or missing body part wins all the points of this cat. That sucks. That's uninteresting now. I guess because you have 6 of each, so you're going to want to hold out. It's kind of Quirkle-esque where you're holding off for a Quirkle. You don't want to set somebody up for a Quirkle. But it's not like you can set someone up for a cat anyway. Or you're pushing your luck because you want to extend the length of a cat. You want to capitalize on the points. Yeah, okay, I can see that push your luck element of I have a cat head, I can finish this, I have the cat tail to finish this, but I'm going to try to keep extending it and hope that nobody else has a cat thing or wants to keep extending it, etc. So there's potential there, sure. Then you just get the points for that cat. Fair enough. Print and play is 15 bucks Canadian. Printing it out is 30 bucks Canadian, sure. And then shipping, ships to anywhere in the world. Canada's $25. So it's $55 total for this this card game. This little tile game. Not for me, but maybe for you, that finishes Sunday, June 22nd at 2:42 p.m. Moving along to Thirst Roy Games. Sorry, we have Micro Pirates, complete quests, plunder ships, and hunt treasures to become a legend of the high seas. Let's, you got a video for me? No, you do. So we got a game that's taking on in the footsteps of the Tiny Epic games. This one's going to give you a wild pirate adventure. Oh yeah, I remember Micro Moonshine. I thought that one looked okay. They've done a bunch of them. Micro, so it's the Micro theme. We don't need Tiny Epic anymore. We've got Micro. That's what I tell everybody. I'm like, hey, if you're interested in Micro, come check out my channel. I do like that there's a One Piece pirate, though. Spend your coins, hire pirates, buy upgrades for your crew or ship, boost your abilities, just getting additional symbols, like the sail symbols, which will give you movements. Quests, you got to go to a place and do a thing to get a reward. Going to places where you can get resources, rolling dice to get a certain number of resources, delivering those. So pick up and deliver is pretty core to the mechanics of this game. Count all your sword icons, spend rum to boost your power and roll dice for combats. If you're fighting somebody, again, you're bulking up your crew will have different icons. All of these are about building an icon array, essentially. Oh, that's a neat find the map icon. You're drawing cards and you want to hit the same one, and you know to hit then in the middle of the map. That's neat. Do you have a rulebook or just how to play game videos? I like 25 euros though. That feels, again, like the correct price for something like this. 40 Canadian. I know it's going to be a little bit more after shipping. But again, I like that for Tiny Epic games or Tiny Epic games adjacent. Sorry, the neighbors and not the friends of Tiny Epic games. Shipping to Poland's €5. Pretty good. But the United States, €12. Canada, €12. They're shipped from Poland. Always a bummer when they don't include a rulebook. Am I missing it? Don't think so. No Control F for rulebook. There's just how to play briefs and then how to play videos. I like to look a little bit more under the hood rather than having to spend an hour and 24 minutes. But yeah, it looks cute enough. Pick up and deliver. See, I just wish I had a rulebook, because then you can look, investigate what all the icons do a little bit better, rather than sitting through. I never back anything that doesn't have a rulebook on the page. That's just my own personal backing philosophy. Unless this broken link right here is the rulebook, in which case I will eat my words and back it immediately. But I think it's broken. I don't think it's not loaded for me. I just think it's broken. Yeah, but if you're interested, that finishes on the 22nd. That is Sunday at 3 p.m. And then finally, we have the Dawn of Madness from Dimension Games. Plunge into the terrifying worlds in the story-driven horror experience Dawn of Madness. Delve into 8 nightmarish worlds, each with its own deep, engrossing game with unique gameplay, monsters, storybook, and multiple endings. Will you survive the Dawn's dark depths? Probably not. I don't think you're even getting out of this GameFound campaign alive. Playtime 5 hours. Wow. The horror experience unlike any other. It weaves deep, terrifying psychological horror narratives, each in a broken, different world centered around a unique character whose past, trauma, and nightmares gives it shapes. Wait, so my world would just be bears and half-eaten hot dogs? So I played Distilled last night with Pat and Matt, because Matt just got in, and it was good. It went longer than expected. I was very tired. I'm still very tired, and I feel like I caught a chill when I was out and about. You know me, I'm a sensitive man. I'm a sensitive soul, and I don't leave the house. So if it's chilly out, I catch a chill and get the consumption. Does this ever happen to you, that your dreams, you just dream of board games? Because I dreamt of Distilled for 4 hours until 4:30 a.m., and it was so upsetting to me because I was just going through, I was like trapped in a gameplay loop. So I wasn't even getting the excitement or the enjoyment of finishing a game of Distilled. It was like every single decision, yeah, you heard me, filled with derision and decisions or institutions. I don't know what a decision is, but I was experiencing it. Every single decision that I could make at any given time was going through my head. And so I was like locked into 100 different timelines of, okay, what if I did this move? What if I did this move? And it's not like I even lost the game. Like I won the game pretty handily. I had a great engine and I made a lot of money. And then I made a lot of expensive vodkas right at the end, which got me even more money. So I won the game handily. It's not like I needed to rethink any of these decisions, but my brain was like, no, you're going to have to reprocess every single thing. And all I wanted was restful sleep. Has that ever happened to you? Like I often play board games in my sleep as well. That's fine. I enjoy playing them. I'll make up new games. I'll play regular games, but we'll play through a normal game, right? You'll still have a restful sleep. You'll still have been thinking about, I'll play Avalon in my dreams all the time. I'm sick. I have been told that at some point I've talked in my sleep saying things like, it's your turn, right? I said that out loud while I was sleeping. And I was like, well, clearly I was playing a game and somebody was not paying attention and was on their phone. But sometimes when you have those restless sleeps and those restless dreams, it just like, it's like my computer was processing everything all at the same time. It was very frustrating. So, but point being, I didn't sleep well. And that would be my nightmare. That's where I got on this Dawn of Madness nightmarish scenario. What is Dawn of Madness? Just raw emotions, probably, and conspiracies. Raw emotions, conspiracies, truck rallies, and thought-provoking themes. 4 to 6 hours. 1 hour per round. You can save your progress after any round. They're like, we get it. We get it. It's a long game. Don't worry. You can do it over a couple times. That's any game that takes a long time. You can just stop after every turn. Manage a 5-color personality resource system. Okay. Master unique skill combinations. Sure. Cooperate cleverly to survive and reach the game's ending. Who am I? A wanderer? No, I'm the Whisperer. He's back. Perfect. I should have looked ahead. This is the perfect opportunity for him to appear. You'll never know when the Whisperer would appear. I gotta get some water. Okay, the first component you'll encounter is your chosen wanderer's dashboard. Beyond your name and profession, pieced together from your fragmented memories. Cool. The most crucial elements are your health and mental capacity. Tell me about it. The sentience values, your 5-colored personality attributes. The domains are different colors. Okay, interesting. Health and mental capacity. Health is not straightforward in this game. Oh, health is straightforward. Thank goodness. Even if you die, you can be reborn, though, so that's nice. But the malformations are distorted, monstrous, alternate forms of yourself. I like the theming of this. It's very fun. Although your soul is fractured, your consciousness is not entirely faded. How many actions you can perform in a round, but your initiative. Okay. It's giving me Arkham Horror, which I like. Second edition, obviously. Unlike strength, agility, or intellect in the physical world, your attributes here are defined by these colors of personality. There's strength, ability, and intellect. But here, they're strange. Strength, but no, they're passion. They're not agility, it's nature. Cowardice, and it's not intellect, it's coolness. And unfeeling. That's what my intellect gives me. These colors define your proficiency in various approaches to interacting with the world. Primary methods, interactions, or tests? Yes. Okay, great. So it's stat check. You'll test one or more of your sentience colors. You will roll the dice equal to your domain, I think. Okay, and it's just the symbols that appear on these. So there's 5 total symbols, but on each dice, 1 symbol appears more favorably. Cool, yeah. So you have a 1 out of 6 chance, or you have a 2 out of 6 chance of hitting something on any dice. So everybody has abilities that they can unlock. That's what the existence cards are. Not quite sure what the domains are. It seems like they are things you can spend, probably, to roll an additional dice of that color, or to get a additional symbol of your choice. Likely it's roll of that color. Don't know if it's going to be great for colorblind. So you explore these different locations. Game, you'll choose a wanderer who will have this central wanderer's unique world shard cards. You will then explore the psyche of this wanderer. You'll have to run around to each one. You'll have to do different tests, different stat checks, drawing cards, having encounters, reading different entries as you go through this map branching path of determining what happened in this place. Yeah, this does seem fun. What can you do? Actions: move, encounter, search, domain, trade, existence, attack. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm interested in this domain action. There's going to be a lot of different encounters, so drawing cards or reading story text, because each section comes with a big old story action. You can gain a domain card, so additional abilities, trading items. Yes, you can build up domains as well, and then you can use those domains for later. And they give you, here we go, here's what domain does. They can allow you to reroll things. They can negate damage. So they're just all bonuses depending upon what domain you have gathered. Buffs, things that you want to have in reserve to mitigate bad dice rolls. Yeah, this is a really great campaign page. Even though it is just dripping with theme, it's giving you tangible information about what the game is, and I really feel like I'm getting a good sense of what the experience would be. It also helps that I've played Arkham Horror 2nd Edition, and I'm kind of layering that on here of moving around, exploring. I think it's going to be less interactions with this attacking. Doesn't seem like there's as many terrors and malformations, but you do have a health stat, so there's just a lot of focus on these encounters as well, and hoping that you get entrenched in the story. And sometimes it is fun to just, read. And that makes sense, because also Arkham Horror was about an hour per player. So 4 hours would make sense. You have to destroy all the domain rifts on a character by completing checks of that thing, destroying those things, and then they will move around and change their abilities based upon what domains they have active. A lot of things to keep track of, because monsters will pop up and they'll have effects on the whole board that you'll have to remember. This does look good. 8 standalone story arcs. Have I covered this before? I don't think I have. Yeah, it doesn't seem like I have. Wow. Yeah, the art is really cool. This gives like Etherfields vibes art. This system seems fine for stat checks, giving you little boosts, benefiting you as you go through. 55 possible endings in the story? Yeah, sure. Ton of minis. Backers have had to wait since before the dark times for this to land. And to be honest, I was convinced that Dimension Games were going to ask for more money as per the trend to cover shipping costs, but to their credit, they weathered the criticism. The game's reworking to eventually deliver an outstanding title for its target audience. What a great review. Genuinely creepy, excellent writing, strong sense of exploration, co-op gameplay, high quality miniatures, lots of replayability spread across characters, memorable experience for 1 to 2 players particularly. Great review, and showcasing that it's like, yeah, it's an 8. It's solid. It's not 10 out of 10. I love seeing like an 8 review. So new content from this campaign is just a small amount, hey? This small save system, sure. The Sins Lost, the Chastens, and an audio narrative book, and an additional die pack. So it's not much, but they're going with, so before the dark times, so basically it was before COVID, essentially. Yeah, funded on December 17th, 2019, raised over $1 million. Gameplay all in, the unlimited was $313 back then. Core experience was only $79. Oh my God, people got such a good deal on that. What's it gone up to now, I wonder? Core game is $89. Okay, that's pretty good. Because it's the standee version. Great. But there is a standee version. That's awesome. I love a standee version. Who needs more minis that Zach won't paint? I love standees. That's great. And $89 for a big old game like that? Yeah, that's nice. Great job, Donna Madness. 319, they've also kept costs to be about the same, which is nuts from a 5-year. You would expect some increase between 5 years. All right, what's shipping like? Yeah, they didn't charge backers extra, so that's good. Shipping for the core game, 7 kilograms. To the US is 25, Canada 28. The new essentials is more. The core game and the miniature box is 35, 38. But if I want to get just the bare bones, the base game, we're looking at 124 plus shipping, so like 160. Which for a big, expansive experience like this, I don't hate. Feels decently reasonable. I'm intrigued by it. I don't think I'm that interested in it based around the amount of narrative stuff that's going to happen. Also, the stat checks I feel could get repetitive, and it's a bit sort of, roll your stat checks, hope you roll the right thing. I can see how that would be pretty frustrating, honestly. But it's got a nice vibe, and if you can kind of get over that and you don't want something that's completely strategic, I feel, but has those luck elements and you want to mitigate that luck, check it out. It's raised a bunch of money, and I think it is deserved. That finishes on Tuesday, the 24th, at 8 p.m. And that is it. That is it for the week. Now, every week I do a pick for me and a pick for you. The pick for me being the thing that I think is the most interesting, and the pick for mechanically for me, and the pick for you being the thing that I think if you got, you would regret the least. And I think we have those. I do think we have those in this bunch. The real question is Baby Tots, or whatever it is, Baby Drop, gonna be one of them? Baby Party? I can't even remember. Probably should tell you what it is. But let's go through. Let's do a crowdfunding grunt down to remember what came before. A lot of quite bad games, but some nice roll and rights as well. Nah, absolutely not. Not for me. Scam. Meh. Retail. Sure. No. I don't know. No. Yeah. No. Meh. And Yeah. So we have a few. The pick for me, see, it's tough. I'm going to say on Dawn of Madness because I don't know if Dawn of Madness is the pick for you yet, and that'll change things. I think if I make Dawn of Madness the pick for you, I'm going to have a lot of people who buy everything all in as just going to get mounds and mounds of content that they will never experience on the basis of a bunch of story. And a bunch of minis that they won't paint. I wasn't as taken with the fighting. I think the skill checks could be repetitive. So I don't know if you would be disappointed or not. But if you take those considerations into consideration, then maybe this could be the pick for you. Because I wanted to make Baby Party the pick for me, but I don't think I can. I don't think I can. I really want to. It's close. It's really close, but I don't think I can. So I'm going to make Top Frog the pick for me. I think Top Frog does look fun. It is the one that I am the most interested in trying out. I think it could be actively pretty fun and interesting to get those powers out there. Very cute. The price seems decent. Quite enjoyed looking at Top Frog. And then I'm going to tentatively make Dawn of Madness the pick for you with all of those caveats. It may not be your game, but if you were really going for that creepy vibe, if you're a big old creeper like me, well, yeah, then maybe that's for you. But that's it. That is it for the week. Thank you so much, everybody, for sticking around. There's nothing left. Nothing else for me to cut. Oh, wait, no, there is. There's one thing. We also have a giveaway to announce, the En route review. I'm going to take the link here. If you missed it, I had a review for the game En route, which I quite enjoyed. I thought it was quite fun. I ended up giving it a good score. Really enjoyed it as a roll and write. A lot of variability in the box. Super impressed by it. And they also sponsored a giveaway. I think it's only for the US, because that's where they have the copy. But we're going to go to here to get a random comment picking here. And you guys are wise to my schemes, and that's a good thing. I hide the phrase in the middle of the video. So we have 55 comments. You have a 1 in 55 chance of winning this game, and it is a good roll and write. I really liked it. And the secret phrase is First City. I know I said at the end of the video that it was tourists, but it wasn't. You had to watch the whole video and find the actual secret phrase in the middle of First City, because I want to make sure that this game goes to somebody who actually cared about it enough to watch the video. So let's see. We're going to pick somebody right now. Here we have David Brown. Looking forward to First City Zombie Edition, where you have to gather post-apocalyptic supplies, but avoid too much infection. Didn't even throw in the fake one, the tourist one. David Brown was giving a gift to everybody out there. Well, congratulations, David Brown. You have won a copy of En route. Get in touch with me, roomandboardreviews@gmail.com. It's in the description as well. And I realize I didn't show it because I don't have my stream deck out. But there he is, David Brown. See? Proof. David Brown, congratulations. Contact me, send me an email. We'll make sure you're not an imposter, and we'll get that sent out your way. And hopefully I can get more review giveaways to happen. I don't think that they will. My goal is to incentivize people to watch for it to be all beneficial to everybody on the channel, right? For more people to watch the reviews, the publishers to enjoy that, will then support more giveaways, gives you chances to win the game, especially games that you watch the reviews of and are interested in. I don't think that it necessarily performs well for YouTube growth, but that's what we're trying to do. And we're trying to make sure that if a publisher sponsors a giveaway and you enter it, try to share it amongst your friends or something like that for like future stuff. Anyway, thanks so much. I appreciate you. Thanks for being here. It is what keeps me coming back night after night. You're all the best. I love you lots. My name is Chris George. I do not have a catchphrase, but I need to open my door because I'm getting very warm in here. I'm so stinky right now. Like if you had smell-o-vision, it's a good thing YouTube doesn't come with that. Because let me tell you, I could sell my clothes on the dark web to some weird, seedy people. And to you, I say, you could also contact me at Room and Board Reviews. I'm not above it. Okay, bye.